How to become instantly more attractive. And it's not what you think. If someone were to ask you, how can you make yourself more attractive? The first thing that you would probably think about is something to do with your appearance. Maybe you think about like going to the gym or working on your fitness, toning your body. Maybe you would think about like putting on makeup or getting a new haircut, something like that. But that's very natural, and that's essentially what everyone would think at first and what everyone's mind would go straight to at first, because most people are concerned with how they look and how they come across and how they appear to the world, and perhaps even what other people think about them. But what does that mean? If everyone is concerned with how they look and how they come across, then what they're not worried about is how you look or how you come across. And they're definitely not going to notice little things, like if you were to go and like lose 5 pounds or get a haircut, maybe dress better, or I don't know, work on your fitness. They might not notice these things, especially if they don't like know you that well. Because again, everyone is sort of concerned with themselves and how they look and how they come across. But what people do remember about you, while they don't necessarily remember like how you look or what you were, what they remember most about you is how you made them feel. So if you want to become instantly more attractive to others, you don't necessarily need to focus too much on your appearance and your looks, because at the end of the day, people are going to be more worried and more concerned with how they look themselves rather than how you look. But what they will always remember is how you made them feel and like the experience and the feelings that they had when they were around you. And of course, there's that initial like judgment when you meet someone new of like their appearance, their physical appearance, because that's the first thing that we see. And you know, as humans, we can be judgmental. And it's not even in a bad way, it's just sort of like how we are. And I think it's like a survival instinct to immediately judge and assess. But I'm sure you've met someone who you initially thought were like super good looking or attractive physically, but then after you get to know them and their personality and their energy and their aura, then you were kind of like, oh, okay, they're okay. They're alright. But on the other hand, I'm sure you've also met people who at first initially with their physical appearance or whatever, you were like, okay, like they seem normal, they seem fine. But then once you get to know them and their personality, then they just become so much more attractive to you because of who they are as a person. And that's because those people have an attractive aura and they have like attractive energy about them. And the way to make yourself more attractive is to raise your vibrations, is to raise your like positive vibes so that you radiate like positivity, because that is really attractive to other people. When you're around someone who is like positive and uplifting, or someone who has the ability to make you feel comfortable or put you at ease, those are the kinds of people that we are naturally attracted to, because again, their energy is very attractive. It's a high vibe energy, and you can always raise your own energy if you want to instantly become more attractive to other people, because it really boils down to sort of your emotional intelligence, like your ability to make people feel a certain way. Because at our core, most of us just want to have fun, we want to have a good time. So when we're around people who are fun, who are funny, or people who make us feel comfortable, put us at ease, those are the people that we end up finding most attractive. And on the other side of that, there are certain people who just have a really negative energy about them, and they can kind of be like emotional vampires because they just suck all the energy and all the life out of you. And you typically want to avoid those people. So that's kind of how that works. But how do you actually raise your own energy and your own vibrations? The easiest thing to do is to relax and to not take yourself or everything else so seriously. When we are like hyper focused on our appearance and how we are coming across and what other people think of us, we get into this like really anxious mode. And then we're just not as fun to be around. But if we just kind of relax and remember that everyone is worried about themselves and no one really cares about you that much, then that can kind of put you at ease. And when you're at ease and you're relaxed, that will instantly raise your vibrations. And then again, I go back to having fun and being fun. It's hard to be fun or have fun with others when you're just like anxious or worried or stressed. So again, when you're at ease, when you're calm, it's easier for you to relax and have a good time. And my little last tip, this also works really well for dating, but generally for making friends and meeting people as well, is to remember that everyone's favorite topic is themselves. If you've ever been on a date with someone who just talked about themselves the entire time, you probably didn't have a great time because they were so focused on talking about themselves that they didn't really ask you any questions about yourself, and they didn't really take the time to get to know you. You probably walked away from the day being like, that person was kind of weird. I didn't have a good time, it wasn't fun, I don't really want to see them again. On the other hand, if you've ever met someone who was super interested in you and your interests and what you like and your life, and they just wanted to ask you questions and get to know you like genuinely the whole time, then you probably walked away from that experience thinking, wow, what a fun and interesting person that was, and what a fun and interesting experience that I had with that person. You probably think that that person is super fun to be around because, again, they took an interest in you and it made you feel like you mattered and that they cared about you. I'm not saying to like be fake, but I think when you take the time to get to know other people, they really appreciate that and it just makes them like you more. So yeah, those are my little tips for how to become more attractive. I'm actually not wearing any makeup in this video. I don't know if anybody noticed, probably not, because again, usually people don't really care how you look. They care more about the value that you're bringing to the table. So hopefully you found some value in this video, and if you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We are trying to hit 3,000 subscribers on this channel, so if you're new, make sure that you subscribe. And yeah, let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you next time. Bye!